Done.
Fantastic. Thank you, Pran. Yeah. All right, let's begin. Our topic for today is diabetes. Now we need to know that there is one type of diabetes which is called as diabetes insipidus. Diabetes insipidus. This diabetes is produced due to deficiency of one hormone called as ADH. Full form stands for anti-diuretic hormone. But my dear students, what we will be talking today is diabetes mellitus, which is caused because of deficiency of insulin. In our day-to-day life, the common variety of diabetes that we come across is diabetes mellitus. When I say common diabetes, यानी ये वही diabetes है जिसमें आपका डॉक्टर आपको मीठा खाने के लिए मना कर देता है. That is diabetes mellitus. Now, what happens in diabetes? So let us catch the basics first. We have this organ called as pancreas present in between the stomach and duodenum. So this is stomach and let's say this is duodenum. Now in between this there is this organ which is called as pancreas. Now we need to know that pancreas has some group of cells which are called as islets of Langerhans. These islets of Langerhans have 4 different types of cells: alpha, beta, delta and F cells. Alpha cell produces hormone which is called as glucagon. Delta produces hormone which is called as somatostatin. F cell produces pancreatic polypeptide. Glucagon increases the blood sugar level. Somatostatin will inhibit alpha and beta cell. It will stop alpha and beta cell to function. And pancreatic polypeptide helps in the process of digestion. Now we are not concerned with these 3. Our main hero for today is beta cell. Beta cell produces this hormone which is called as insulin. And insulin decreases the blood sugar level. Now, how does insulin manage to decrease the blood sugar level? Check this. Let us say this is blood. And let us say this is cell. Insulin simply picks up the glucose from the blood and puts it into the cell so that cell can break this glucose and release energy. In this entire discussion, everybody has to remember that sugar, carbohydrates, and glucose all are same. Sugar, carbohydrates, glucose, all are same. So here what we need to understand is, whenever I say blood sugar level or blood glucose level, it means the same. Remember that. Now, how do we come to know if anybody has got diabetes or not?
Sir,
So what are the what? Yes.
today also you need to give permissions for entry to the meeting. Some Inderjeet is waiting.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you for informing. Allowed. There was one person in the waiting room. I've allowed. If anybody else joins in, please let me know.
And sir, the text that you're writing, we can see it horizontal, not vertical.
Right. Okay, wait. Check this. Let me just fill the orientation. Is
Yeah.
it perfect now?
Yeah.
No issue. Okay. Now, what are the warning signs? How you will come to know whether a patient is diabetic or not? Diabetic patient presents with 3 classic complaints which are called as a trio of diabetes. One is polyuria. That means diabetic patient will have excess of urination. Second is polydipsia. Polydipsia means a diabetic patient will have excess of thirst. And last, polyphagia. Polyphagia means a diabetic patient will have excess of hunger. All of my lovely students, please remember this. Okay, the trio of diabetes is polyuria, polydipsia, polyphagia. That means the patient will have excess of urination, excess of thirst, and excess of hunger. Everybody, give me a confirmation on this. Is this much clear? Whatever basics we have spoken about?
Yes, sir. It's very clear.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, beta. Thank you so much. Now, moving on. I'll tell you a few more very peculiar points you have to remember, and I'm sure that you will remember this lecture for life now. Now, though most of the patients will complain this, but my dear students, remember, you will be amazed to know that most of the patient will still remain asymptomatic. Anybody from this group can on their mic and tell me what do you mean by asymptomatic?
Without any symptoms.
Yes, very nice.
There
Beta.
will be no
That means the
three
pa-
classical symptoms.
Yes. Polyuria, polydipsia, polyphagia will be the classic symptom, but still you will come across patients. As such, they will have no symptoms, but when you do a routine sugar testing, you will find that the sugar level will be high. So what investigations we have to focus for a diabetic patient? Number one, we will be interested in the blood test, that is in the blood sugar level of the patient. Now, when we go for a blood sugar level checkup, there are 2 types of checkup which is done. One, which is called as fasting sugar. Second, which is called as PP sugar. PP stands for postprandial sugar. Postprandial means after meals, and it is specifically 2 hours after meals. So when you go for a blood checkup for sugar level, you have to go empty stomach to a laboratory. The laboratory technician will collect your blood, and then you need to go home, you need to eat food, and 2 hours after food, again you have to visit to the clinic or to the laboratory. Again, the technician or the doctor will collect your blood. Now, fasting point of view, all of my lovely students focus now. Fasting point of view, the normal value is 60 to 120. And after eating, the normal value is 60 to 140. Everybody memorize this. This is extremely important. Fasting level 60 to 120 is normal, and after eating 60 to 140 is normal. There is another report which is called as urine sugar. So when we do a urine report, what we find is in urine, normally in our urine sugar is absent, but in diabetic patient they will put sugar plus plus plus. That means excessively high. If they put sugar plus plus, that means medium high. If they put sugar plus, that means it is mildly high. And in most of the high cases, you will find sugar plus plus plus. There is another report which is called as HbA1c. This is also called as glycosylated hemoglobin. Glycosylated hemoglobin. If this value is more than 6%, if it is more than 6%, that means it is bad for the patient. Some of the diabetic patients, they are very smart. What they do is, let's say on routine point of view, whenever they are coming to the clinic Okay, whenever they visit the clinic, so 3 or 4 days before they visit, they control their sugar, diet, exercising, so
Sir.
that when they come to the doctor, yeah,
Sir, allow Priya.
checking, wait. No, there's no such notification which has come. Ask Priya to rejoin, to exit and to rejoin. Anybody else in the group, if they have not joined in, ask them to exit and rejoin on the same link, or try
Sir,
with a different mobile.
Sir, I have to take a screenshot of the board.
Okay, wait. I'll provide the screenshot. Don't worry about it. Wait, let me just complete this. अच्छा, so बच्चों मैं आपसे ये कह रहा था, what you need to focus is, कुछ patients ऐसे होंगे ना, before coming to the doctor they maintain their sugar level just as to fool the family members and to the doctor. So the temporary basis पे 5 to 10 days they will follow the diet, remaining 20-30 days they will not follow the diet. So for those patients, if you want to catch, okay, ask them to get the blood reports done, which is HbA1c, which is glycosylated hemoglobin. I will write over here, glycosylated hemoglobin gives you the average sugar level, not of today, not of yesterday or day before yesterday, but of last 3 months. So your patient cannot lie to you. Glycosylated hemoglobin will give you the average sugar level of last 3 months. Past 3 months में उसने sugar कितना maintain किया ना वो पता चलेगा, और अगर उसका value 6% से ज्यादा है यानी उसका sugar control में नहीं है. Just remember that, okay? Everybody confirm this. Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
sir.
Diabetes mellitus, we call in short it as a DM. It is of 2 types. One is a type 1 diabetes. This is also called as IDDM. Another is a type 2 diabetes. This is also called as NIDDM. This stands for insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. And this is non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. In the first case, what happens is, that is an insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Here patient के body में insulin बनता ही नहीं है, इसमें insulin deficiency होती है. इसमें कैसा insulin बनता है? Insulin is produced, but my dear students, you must remember there is insulin resistance. That means insulin has to go to the cell and bind to the receptors of the cells, the receiving cells. Okay, then only the insulin can act. So somehow insulin is not responding because cells either don't have receptor or they don't respond to insulin. That is why this is called as non-insulin dependent. Type 1 is IDDM, type 2 is NIDDM. There is another type which is called as gestational diabetes. Gestational diabetes is the diabetes which comes up during pregnancy. Then there is another diabetes which is called as juvenile diabetes. Juvenile diabetes is seen in newborn children. This is their right since birth, and these patients have to take insulin injections lifelong. Sorry. Now, moving on. What if your patient or your client says that I'm not ready to follow the diet, or probably is cheating with the diet? He is not careful about his sugar. So if there is uncontrolled sugar, what complication can our patients have? So remember, let's tell to our patient that your habit is extremely dangerous for you. You can have 4 complications. Number 1, in future, your eyes can be affected, especially your retina. That can cause a sudden blindness, 1, or definitely you will get cataract. Diabetic patients are known to get cataract. हिंदी में इसको हम लोग मोती बिंदु बोलते हैं. where your lens undergoes a degeneration and the patient has to get operated for this. Secondly, patient can develop sudden heart attack, severe chest pain. Heart attack is called as myocardial infarction. Third, it can damage to the brain and there it can cause a stroke. Stroke ka meaning is paralysis. Lastly, it can damage kidney and the patient can go directly to dialysis because of kidney failure. If the patient escapes from these complications, many patients will have tiny symptoms, which is called as number 1, diabetic neuropathy. एक डायबिटीज का पेशेंट हमेशा ये कंप्लेन करेगा कि डॉक्टर मेरे हाथ पैर में बहुत सारा छोटा छोटा चींटी दौड़ रहा है, मूंगी जैसा लगता है, मेरा हाथ झंझनाने लगता है, आई फील इंसेक्ट्स आर क्रीपिंग ओवर माय बॉडी, दैट सेंसेशन इज कॉल्ड एज अ टिंगलिंग. Some of the patients will come and say that डॉक्टर मेरे हाथ में कोई एहसास ही नहीं हो रहा है, डॉक्टर मेरे पैर में कोई जान महसूस नहीं हो रही है. That desensitized feeling is called as numbness. So either they will complain of tingling or numbness. Last, very bad. Most of the diabetic patients, they develop blackish discoloration of the toe or to any body part, which is called as gangrene. And gangrene simply means tissue death. And there is only one answer for gangrene, that is amputation. So whatever part has undergone degeneration and it has died, it has to be surgically removed after cutting it. That is called as amputation. You will not believe, patient will have tiny blackish fingertip. If the patient ignores it, then the entire finger becomes black. If the patient ignores it, 2 fingers will become black, entire hand becomes black, the wrist becomes black, forearm becomes black. Then you have to do elbow level amputation, knee level amputation, where you could simply cut a digit from the body and save the entire part. But because of the negligence of the patient can lose his upper limb or lower limb depending upon the area of involvement. Now, I'll take a screenshot of this. Everybody please respond to Miss. That is this much clear? Reply yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Now, any question ask.
Sir, don't remove. Sir, don't remove.
Sorry?
Sir, by mistake.
Avoided any other room or something?
Okay, send in the group if anyone have take.
I'll send the photo and we'll send the recording also in the group. Don't worry about it. Acha, you can talk in any language which is comfortable. Anyone else? किसी को और कोई doubt है तो पूछो.
Traffic noise behind you, which is disturbing the sound.
Acha. The room slightly difficult because actually there is power cut everywhere and this is the only area which is slightly illuminated actually. So I hope if there is anything that you have missed on, you can go through the recording part once again. Probably in the subsequent session, I will cover it up. Okay. Anybody, any other doubt with
Sir,
the...
you give notes for this or we should write now?
No. Whatever screenshot will be sent to you, better you write it because, you know, once you write it, you remember it better. Reading anything 5 times or writing it twice makes a lot of difference.
Yes, sir. And so doubt is how the insulin develops.
Sorry?
How insulin resistance develops in diabetic patients.
How? Hello?
So
I could not hear
chat
you.
box.
Okay, put it into the chat box, Nikita. I'll check. Okay, let's proceed with the next part. That is management of diabetes. How do we treat a diabetic patient? Now, everybody, please listen to me very carefully. I'll tell you one very important key point. See, there is an instrument which is available on Amazon also called as Dr. Morepen's glucometer. Hardly, I guess it should be costing some 2,000 or 1,500 rupees. Everybody buy this and keep it in your clinic or into your consulting room. Okay, as a dietitian, जब भी आप practice करोगे ना तो ये instrument buy करके रखना और हर patient का ना sugar check करने का. Okay, इसमें what you will find is ऐसा ना एक digital instrument जैसा आता है. यहाँ एक screen होगा और यहाँ पर buttons होते हैं उसके और यहाँ पे एक hole होता है. इसके साथ साथ you get another container. उस कंटेनर के अंदर बहुत सारी स्ट्रिप्स होती है एंड यू गेट वन मोर सिलिंड्रिकल पेन लाइक इंस्ट्रूमेंट. यहां से इसको ओपन करके रोटेट कर करके यू कैन ओपन इट. ओके, इसके अंदर एक टाइनी नीडल इंसर्ट करना होता है. नीडल का पैकेट अलग से आता है. ऑल डायरेक्शंस फॉर द यूज आर मेंशन्ड इन अ स्मॉल इंस्ट्रक्शन गाइड व्हिच कम्स विद दिस इंस्ट्रूमेंट. बट ये बाय करके रखना सब लोग. अब होता है ऐसा है कि अगर हम लोग पेशेंट के फिंगर पे ये पेन जैसा इंस्ट्रूमेंट रख के इसमें एक बटन होती है. व्हेन यू प्रेस इट सो यहां से ना एक नीडल निकलती है छोटी सी और पेशेंट को प्रिक करती है सो दैट पेशेंट का ब्लड कम्स आउट. दिस ब्लड यू कलेक्ट इट ऑन टू द स्ट्रिप. आप स्ट्रिप पे कलेक्ट कर लो तो यहाँ ब्लड आ जाएगा पूरा. फिर ये स्ट्रिप को इसमें इंसर्ट कर दो. यहाँ पर ब्लड है पूरा. नाउ immediately आपको रीडिंग दे देगा. लेट्स से if the reading is let's say 163. now you know that fasting level पे अगर पेशेंट भूखे पेट आया है आपके पास तो उसका नॉर्मल वैल्यू 60 से लेकर 120 तक होना चाहिए और खाना खाने के 2 घंटे बाद वो वैल्यू 60 से लेकर 140 तक होना चाहिए. तो ये वैल्यू तो एनीवे दोनों से भी ज्यादा है. तो इससे पूछने की भी जरूरत नहीं कि खाना खा के आया है कि भूखे पेट आया है. यार यू अंडरस्टैंड, ये तो डायबिटिक है, क्लियर कट. Now this you can do on bedside basis. यानी routine point of view आप ये कर सकते हो. And whatever consulting charge you take with the patient, you can add 100, 200 or 300 rupees more depending upon the geographical area of practice. And you can do a better consulting with your clients. Okay, Dr. Morepen's glucometer सबसे best है when it is pricked upon. इससे दर्द भी नहीं होता. ये instrument है ना बहुत painless है comparatively. This is what we doctors we have been using in our clinical setup. अच्छा, secondly. Now treatment mein very important is a diet of the patient. You got to tell your patient that you have to avoid sweets. Okay, I will not mention much dietic part in detail, but I'll guide you the basic ones. Patient को बोलो fruits में ना तू है ना mango खाना, banana खाना, चिक्कू खाना बंद कर दे. Okay, you can have sour fruits, you can have dry fruits. Okay, and you can eat lot of dal का पानी, मूंग का पानी. You should avoid lot of rice and potato because rice and potato also has got lot of starch which gets converted into sugar in our body. Okay, any form of sugar, shakkar, gud, shahad, honey is extremely toxic for the patient. Okay, ask the patient to eat lot of fresh green leafy vegetable. Secondly, ask your patient to exercise. Tell him that daily 30 to 45 minutes you have to walk so that you have to sweat. Sweating is very important for you. Okay, and thirdly, along with that, tablet. Amongst the tablet, you will come across one tablet called as metformin. Okay, this is sold under the name of tablet glyciphage. Okay, there is a power to it, 500 milligram, 1000 milligram. Most of the doctors start with this tablet either once in the morning or twice or thrice. Next, so tablet glyciphage can be started. If patient is not responding to it, then we can have combination drugs with multiple chemicals, or if not anything, then insulin injection. Routine point of view, simple cases are managed with single medicine. Medium cases are managed with combination of medicines. Severe cases are being managed with insulin injection. Most of the time what happens is suddenly your diabetes client will complain of dryness of lips, dryness of throat, giddiness. Patient बोलेगा मेरे को चक्कर आ रहा है. So patient will have dizziness or fainting sensation. You will not believe immediately after a while the patient will faint. That is a classic case. When you will check the sugar, you will find that the sugar is around, let's say 30, the sugar is around 40. That becomes a classic case of hypoglycemia. एक डायबिटीज का पेशेंट जब इतना डायबिटीज की दवाई खाता है और उस दवाई के हिसाब से अगर उसका डाइट कंट्रोल में नहीं रहेगा ना, सो पेशेंट का शुगर बढ़ने के बदले उल्टा कम हो जाएगा.
So sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I don't understand Hindi, so can you please stick to English? It's a suggestion, sir.
Sorry.
I don't understand Hindi, sir, so can you please stick to English?
Right. Definitely, no issue. So see, what you need to remember is if your patient complains of dryness of lips, dryness of throat, okay, giddiness and dizziness, okay, the patient will complain that doctor, I get sensation as if I'm about to fall. So what I was saying is immediately in a while, the patient will become unconscious and the patient will definitely fall. That is a classic case of hypoglycemia. Now, hypo means less and glycemia means glucose. So here the sugar level is less than normal and it is usually less than 60. In such case, always advise your client, always advise your patient to carry glucose biscuit with them. One, if not anything, take sugar, dissolve it in water, drink it quickly. Moment if the patient feels weakness, giddiness sensation or dizziness sensation, because diabetes patient, if they are taking medicines, but if they are not controlling their diet, then they can have issues. Okay, they can go into hypoglycemia. So you have to tell patient that you got to control your sugar, but one fine day if you are complaining of these symptoms, okay, immediately you should eat glucose biscuit or sugar. All right, now everybody respond to this. Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Sir, I posted my doubt in chat box. You didn't check.
Coming to it, beta. Any other doubt you can type into the chat box or you can speak to me directly. Please tell me. Right. How insulin resistance develops in patients. See, ideally what happens is in most of the patients, okay, whenever number one, if in case the medicine dose is being not titrated, if the patient is irregular, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, now
All
audible.
right. Okay. Right. So the point is कि insulin resistance is ideally, it is seen in patients, those who are faulty with their medicines, faulty with diet. Okay, one. However, there is always a genetic predisposition in it. There are many patients, they have an inherent inborn tendency wherein they don't respond to insulin, because whatever insulin goes into the body, that insulin never reaches to the cell, it never acts upon onto the glucose and onto the cell. Now, in those cases, what we have to do is we have to take medicines, we have to give medicines other than insulin. And there are many such chemical analogs which are available, which has to be given to the patient. Second, we have a doubt indicating towards glycemic index. Now, glycemic index is actually the hypothetical, or you can say rough value, arbitrary value, which is given to every food. In very easy language, how we say this food has got more carbs, less carbs. Similarly, glycemic index indicates कि उस food के अंदर, inside that food, inside that particular eatable, okay, how much is the carbohydrate content, and that glycemic index is usually rated out of 100. That you can discuss better in a diet class, okay, but in general, remember, foods with high glycemic index, okay, patients should avoid those food because excess of carbohydrates will be bad for the patient. All right, anybody, any other doubt, please ask. Okay, everybody come to the chat box. I'll take just last 5 minutes. Come to the chat box. Start typing. Nobody will give answer. Directly
Sir,
start.
how much calories come from the carbohydrate, protein, and fat of a diabetic person?
Right. See, I'll tell you one thing. Normally, 1 gram of carbohydrate gives us 4 kilocalories of energy. Okay, and 1 gram of protein approximately gives us around 4 kilocalories of energy, and 1 gram of fats gives around 9 kilocalories of energy. The problem of diabetic patient is actually not eating. The problem is the patient is not utilizing what he's eating. Most of the patient with sedentary life, they are not moving, not exercising, sitting at one place. Okay, that gives rise to trouble. So always focus on exercise. The patient has to walk. The patient has to sweat. Okay. All right, last 5 minutes, everybody come to the chat box. Okay, few rapid fire questions we will face. Question number 1. Normal blood sugar level post-prandial basis is how much? Dash to dash. Type everyone. Post-prandial basis. Good. We will not wait for more than 2 seconds. Everybody type fast. 60 to 140. Okay. Post-prandial sugar level is checked after how many hours of eating? After how many hours? Sugandh, very nice. Prerna, very nice. Zahara, very nice. Aisha, very good. And Sushma, Kalpana, very nice. Shazia, very good. Sabha, very good. Okay. Glycosylated hemoglobin test. In short, it is written as what? Glycosylated hemoglobin test. In short, it is written as what? HbA1c, very nicely picked up. Aisha, Prerna. Okay, Kalpana, remember HbA1c. Okay, Sugandh, very nice. Sushma, very nice. Next. Glycosylated hemoglobin gives you the average sugar level of past how many months? Past how many months?
3 months, sir.
No direct answer, please. Better. Okay. Next question. What if your diabetic patient's foot becomes black in color? That condition is called a dash. Black foot condition is called a dash. Gangrene, very nice. Condition is called as gangrene. Type 1 and type 2 diabetes, which diabetes is non-insulin dependent diabetes? Non-insulin dependent diabetes. Non-insulin dependent will be type 2. Very nice. Okay, last question. Symptoms of diabetes. Which symptom means that patient will have excess of hunger? Excess hunger. Prerna, very nice. Polyphagia. All right. So my dear students, let us stop here. Okay. If you have any other doubt, read more about it. We will catch up in the next session. Till then, keep reading and keep serving, because service to mankind is service to God. Anybody who is in the medical, paramedical, diet, pharma industry is doing service to God. So
Sir,
keep reading and keep
tell
learning.
me about the calorie distribution. Means 50% or 30% calorie come from the carbohydrate. How much calorie from the protein and fat? What is the calorie distribution?
Sabha beta. Calories, food distribution, because your topics are absolutely bifurcated in these sessions. Okay. So what you can do is during your diet lectures, whenever your Ruchi ma'am is talking, which food has got what calories, what percentage distribution, those types of questions you ask to Ruchi ma'am. And whatever questions you have with respect to symptoms, surgery, medicines, injectables, okay, those types of questions you avoid in diet lectures, you ask to me, beta.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
I'm sure Ruchi ma'am.
sir, I have a question. How does exercise help in opening the insulin channels?
Right. See, actually what happens is exercise simply stimulates your body for increasing the thirst for energy actually. Because ultimately when your muscles will break down all the glucose, then muscles will ask for more glucose. So in that case, what happens is the permeability of the cell membrane for glucose increases. That's why the diabetic patient should always focus more on exercising, because that will somehow utilize the glucose which is stored in the body.
Okay,
Sir,
thank you,
if the
sir.
person is 75 to 80 years old, then
If the
if
right,
the person is 75
correct,
above,
correct. If it is aged patient, I'll tell you, exercise has got no age barrier as such. One, exercise has got no gender barrier. Two, exercise has got no pregnancy barrier. Okay, it is just that we limit our mind. That's why our body gets limited. Okay, doing a simple walk should not ideally be difficult. But let's say if the patient is bedridden or with some knee trouble or with some other coexisting disease, then what you can do is you can give a proper systematic dietary plan depending upon the body mass index of the patient. Okay.
Sir, regarding last lecture, you had told if you have some questions, I have messaged you my 2 questions.
On this Zoom meeting or on WhatsApp?
On Zoom meeting.
Right. Do one thing. You take my number from the WhatsApp group. Whatever other queries you have, you can just message me. I will discuss it in subsequent class.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. So that's all for today. I hope you all have understood all the basic facts of diabetes and you all will revise this and come for the next class, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Chaliye. Thank you, students. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Students, I will take some time to forward the this videos. So be patient.